On July the 20th, 2024, two brothers, after recently retired, decided to run away from home and do the Transamerican Trail.
Salina, Colorado, and we stayed in a hotel and got him showered, got him properly fed, showered, and then headed out. And from there, we made it to White Cliff.
Or West Cliff.
West Cliff.
West Cliff.
West Cliff.
Yeah.
West Cliff was nice. That was a nice ride. We got to see a lot of
Colorado.
Colorado, yeah, we were in Colorado, right? Got to see a lot of Colorado gravel, a lot of ups and downs. Picked up some altitude. We'll show you in the videos and stuff. It was a really nice.
Oh yeah,
nice day.
it would change what
nice
30
ride.
degrees difference between
it was cold.
Yeah, I mean you ride along.
We froze in the morning and warm up by about 9 o'clock. It's like you start taking clothes off because it's just too hot. But it was a really nice ride. We got into a place called, what was that town? We stayed at the Courtyard Inn in Transamerican Courtyard.
Come on, the name of that town was.
Nice little town. Had a great bar.
Yeah.
We had lunch there because we were starving. Because I didn't feed Danny breakfast. I fed him a Cliff Bar.
We had Cliff Bar and coffee. Hey.
Cliff Bar and coffee. We made it into that town and had a late lunch, early dinner, and that town's name is gone.
No.
It's a cute little town.
It wasn't. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, we moved on.
We moved on. Well, we ate there. We ate really good there.
Oh,
in fact, we actually kind of got a little hungry that night. Went back to the same place because everything else was closed, and ate again. Hard to believe. Ate again.
Yeah.
And then got up that morning and we went to Marshall Pass.
Okay, Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah, Marshall Pass.
Yeah, I think some of you have seen that video.
Yeah, we wanted to put that out ahead of time.
Yeah.
And we made we were on something called Black Canyon Road, and the Tat veered off near this outhouse. That should have been a sign of things to come. To the left, and we could have stayed on that road. We could have stayed on that road. But Dan saw the road and was like, "Yes."
That's on the Tat. That was on the official Tat.
Yeah, it was on the Tat.
Yeah.
So we take up off that, and it pretty much we called it baby. It was called. Well, first off, we went down what's called the creek bed. Instead of going up the tourist side, we went to the creek bed, which was a semi-closed road that had kind of washed out, and we had to go up a creek bed to get it, and over a little bit of a bypass. And then there's something called Baby Hill Road. Well, it ain't a baby, let me tell you. It was a boulder. It should have been called Boulder Hill Road.
The video doesn't do it justice, but those rocks were a good.
We got to work out.
12 to 18 inches in diameter,
and they
rolled around when you tried to roll over them.
Yeah, we were at about 10,000 feet. Two old men huffing and puffing. It was fun. It was a blast. We made it up it. It was great. Did a little fist bump. Went on up to Marshall Pass, then headed down. And as we headed down Marshall Pass, we went into Sargent, Sargent's is a very bizarre place. It's a campground, RV park, and cabins.
Right on a creek.
Right on a creek. And that part was really cool. And we were going to kind of camp, but it looked like it was going to rain. So we ended up staying in a cabin next to a bunch of guys from Atlanta.
Yeah, they're from
Georgia. Yeah, and they had come in and they were just riding single track all up through that area. So they were having a blast. Had a good talk with them. Had a great. What'd you eat there, Dan?
What did I eat there?
Yeah, you gobbled it pretty quick. It was elk meatloaf.
Oh yeah, the elk meatloaf.
Yeah.
I never had elk, and never had it in a meatloaf. On top of that, so yeah, elk
actually,
overate and it didn't hurt me. Wow, imagine it didn't hurt me.
At this point, the winds really kicked up. You couldn't hear a word we were saying. Pretty much, I have no idea what we were saying at this point. I will tell you there are some really cool shots in here and some great scenery. Some of it I just sped up so you could see it without getting too terribly bored. Hope you enjoyed the clips of the road. It was a lot of fun.
Our Sunday morning, nothing. It's Sunday afternoon on the Tat in Colorado on the other side of Ophar Creek. Yeah. We're on our way to Silver Cliff, and try to get some feed Danny. He's starving back there. His stomach's making all sorts of noises, but it's gorgeous morning. Last night was a little cold. The park host let us know it was 30 degrees last night, maybe a little less, and it thunder showers. So it was a pleasant little rain. Compared to Florida thunder showers, it was nothing. But it got everything good and wet this morning, so we got a little late start because it was cold this morning. It was like 38 degrees when we got up. So we just went back in the tent and said, we're going to wait because we're Florida boys and we bought Florida boy clothes. So we're going to see about getting some little warmer clothes because it's supposed to get colder as we go. So, and this is just September. All right, so I guess at this point, we're really starting to get a view of the Rockies. And they are spectacular. And look at those clouds. Oh my God, those clouds are amazing. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, and it did. The temperature did drop. What is the temperature right now, brother? 69. All right. A little bumpy. 60. Yeah, they got a little of the rain here, but the Rockies are gorgeous. And this just sort of lead up to the Rockies. It's amazing. And I'm sure it's even going to get more spectacular as we go.
At this point, going through the clips, it's like we entered the twilight zone when I tried to put this together because there was 2 mornings in there, and somewhere along this line between Ophar Pass and Sargent's, we spent 2 nights someplace. One night we knew was in West Cliffy, but I have no idea where we spent the other night. So that means there was a whole day that we stopped, we ate because I had to feed Danny, and we spent the night, I don't know if we camped or hotel. There's just this big gap. So it's kind of like the Twilight Zone. I do recommend anybody who makes these trips every day, make sure you do a little blog so you can remember just exactly where you were, because time flies and the memory flies with it.
Really? Okay, we just started recording. We were hoping that was our road this morning that went up the mountainside, but it is not. We're getting back on our gravel, and we got a little truck here. We don't get really much traffic, which is amazing, especially over the weekend. I thought we'd have a lot more traffic this weekend, and we didn't. It's really pretty good. So we're off on the Tat this morning. It's about 9 a.m. It's 50 degrees. It's a little nippy. And Danny's already asking if we're going to make some lineup for lunch today. He's already thinking about lunch. And we already had a big, what I call a big breakfast. We had a cinnamon roll, which, cinnamon is an anti-inflammatory. So we got our joints all taken care of this morning. And we had a big homemade biscuit with egg and cheese on it. So I'm stuffed. So I can't believe that Danny is even thinking about lunch. Holy cow, that boy is an eating machine. Oh, you don't want to do a burger. All right, okay. Trust me, after that freeze-dried dinners for a couple days in a row, you'd eat anything. Those things are disgusting. I don't care what brand they are. After a while, they're just gross.
This section of the roads in Colorado are just amazing. They're really nice, easy roads to be on. It's almost like as smooth as the tarmac. You have to watch a little bit for some loose gravel, but overall the roads are wonderful, and we saw hardly any traffic at all through these areas. It's just gorgeous.
just a pretty road. I mean, we're at about 9,500 feet. And there's a tendency to want to speed through here, but why? Just take it in. It's gorgeous. Going into public lands, I don't know what that means. If that's national forest or not.
Starting to get more altitude, but the views are incredible of the mountains. It's just, the air is so clear and clean, and it's just amazing. You don't want to go fast. You just want to just absorb it all and just really enjoy the ride. It's spectacular.
Sure is pretty out here. Turn the tail on. Oh, it's a great place for lunch. Randy David.
Huh?
All right.
Did you say Randy?
Randy, yeah.
Okay, grab his sandwich now.
I've never been up.
There's a lot of retired old farts that buzz around these corners. So I ran into one. Was it Randy on the KLR? Randy on the KLR. He was up there having his lunch. Yeah, brand new bike. Had it for like, what, 6 weeks? 500 miles. Was enjoying it, learning to ride it on the gravel and a little bit of sand. There's a lot of people out here, but we haven't seen a lot of people. Off we go. Yeah, Big Rock. So we're at about 9,600 square feet. 9,600 feet. I keep wanting to say square feet. I catch myself every time. And now we're going down. It's a little bit of a rutted road, but not bad. It's a nice little ride. Shake it up a little bit. Get to ride through the aspens again. I think that our theme for this trip is we're not in a hurry. Steady she goes. And feed me, Seymour, or feed me. Keep Danny fed. Keep Danny fed and steady as she goes. I don't know. Yeah, and you know how I feel about rutted roads. Yeah, it's not bad. Ernie McDowell. No, McDowell Ranch. No. It's probably not. Get those shoulders limbered up. Like those. Yeah, I saw that. No, but you know what? I'm driving this like a little old Florida lady, and I'll be proud of it. As long as I keep Dolly with her rubber down and not taking any naps, I'll be a happy camper.
We hit a little blacktop every now and then, and this is part of the missing puzzle. We're going in through the town of Salida, and evidently it looks like maybe we spent the night here, had lunch here, but I don't see video evidence of any of that. But at least I know we went through the town because I saw the signs, and for the most part, we didn't have a lot of blacktop in this section of the trip, which is really nice. We had a lot of the nice even gravel. So this part of the trip at this point has been pretty awesome, and we're making some pretty good headway through the day. So I guess we stopped here for food, but I don't even show it on the video. But I know with Danny, if we're in a town and it's anywhere near lunchtime, we had to stop for food. And then as quickly as we got on the blacktop, we're back on the gravel roads again. And now it looks like we're headed to the pass. And our nice, smooth, even roads, well, they become a little bit of a surprise.
Hazard due to flood damage. Well, let's go see how bad the flood damage is, Dave. Doesn't say closed. You know what? You know what? No. I can move that barrier.
real Colorado Creek crossing. We've had some experience with crossing creeks and water in Tennessee and West Virginia and Virginia, and we were really aware of the slippery stuff there. We weren't sure what we were going to find in Colorado, so we were a little hesitant, and we'd like to walk things off. And usually I'm not the one walking them off. Danny's usually the one doing it because he's got the waterproof boots. But this time, for physical reasons, I walked this one off just to check and see what things were like. And turns out Colorado water crossings are a lot less slippery than those in West Virginia, Virginia, and Tennessee. Thank goodness.
There is a walk path on the other side as well, but too dangerous.
Yeah, but I want to see what it comes out to. Alright, up the creek bed. It's pretty shallow.
It doesn't look like rock ledges. I'll go through and drag my feet with these water boots and see how slick it is, okay? Are you good with that? I got you on camera, Dave. What you doing? That rain is still chasing us.
again, I'm speeding this up a little bit so you can get the true flavor of what this road was really like. Now, we were going through this at about 10, 15 miles an hour, but I can tell you, it felt like we were zooming through there. We were bouncing around quite a bit, and we're starting to feel the effect of the altitude. I mean, we're down in sea level down here in Florida, and these little guys were huffing and puffing by this time of the trip. And now this is getting around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we've been riding all day. So we're already tired, and this is kind of sliding us around, but it's warming us up for what we're about to get into. But you'll get an idea by watching this quick clip how things are going.
get to a better spot. Catch your breath. No, I'm going to sit right here. Is it just got a little bit of that path to go? And it looks like it's not boulders again. Oh, we're almost to Marshall Pass. We got another 2 miles. Another 2 miles and we're at the pass. Which means then we have just to go down. Of course, we could have taken that little road and been there like 30 minutes ago. What's the fun in that? Yeah, we're gonna start up at Sargent's, I think. Woo! Have some water. All right. Break is over. No, you go. I don't think you can do it. Canter too much. Take your time, take your time. I'm good. Stay back. No, I'm going that way. I'm not going that way. Yeah, I know. Come on. I need a fist bump. Woo! That was a rocky pass to come up. Holy cow. There was just nothing you could do but take one big rock at a time. A trials bike maybe, but even then I think you'd get thrown off. What do you think?
Two old men.
Two old men out doing it.
That little segment doesn't really show how rough that was. I mean, we were like barely making it up there. It really kicked our butts. We were huffing and puffing. We were worn out at this point. And now we're headed back to the upper part of the pass and headed out. And we, at this point, have no clue what we're headed into. We thought we had already been through the roughest part, and we're hopeful that this is all going to be the easy stuff. And you know what? We lucked out. It was. The rest of the trip up to the top of the pass was a lot easier. And thank goodness, because we didn't have a whole lot left. But it was still a gorgeous area to ride into, and we were having a blast doing it, even though we were totally wiped out. Finally, we made it to Marshall Pass. It was kind of a little anticlimactic that last little bit, but man, it felt really good to make it to the pass. Coming down the pass, we were hauling butt. Okay, maybe not this fast. I put it on rabbit mode to get it through so you can see what it's like. Now this would have been the tourist route up to Marshall Pass instead of the route that we took. So it's a pretty nice road to kind of go up, but it's not near as much fun as what we had that kicked our butt going up through the creek. So definitely if you're doing the TAD, go to the creek, take this on the way back. But at this point, you know, it's almost like 5 o'clock. We're starving. Well, Danny is ravenous, and he can't wait to get into town so we can get something to eat. Our plan is to stop in Sargent's. We're not quite sure how far away it is, but we really are enjoying this road, and it is a blast. I wish you could hear us banter back and forth, but we were having troubles with our communications, which was a kind of an ongoing thing. Sometimes you can hear me and him talk on the video. Other times you can't. You just hear me and hear him a little bit, and then you can hear him and you can't hear me. It was really disappointing that we couldn't get things linked up. But overall, the equipment worked pretty good. But the videos I think you'll see are pretty good. It's a great road, and oh my goodness, it is just gorgeous in Colorado. Definitely worth it.
So that's the road we're going to be coming back down. And these possibly, no, that's a different thing altogether there. No, okay, so those aren't the raspberries. That's something that I don't know what the heck it is.
We made it to Sargent's and we are exhausted. We are pooped. Now, we've been fighting the rain on and off all day long, and we thought it was going to rain, so we're checking to see what they have in the way of campsites. And the campsites, it's kind of like being in a KOA there, but it was really pretty packed and a lot of RVs. So we decided that since we were exhausted, we'd get a little cabin, and they only had one size cabin left, so we grabbed it. And I'll tell you what, Sargent's is a pretty nice place here with the cabins. You get to see a good look inside, and we had some great neighbors from, I believe it was Ohio. No, they were from Georgia. And the guy was a carpenter with his camper, with his buddies that were in the cabin, and they're out exploring the area. We had a good conversations with them. But you get an idea what this cabin looks like. We went in, checked things out, and get out of our gear and well, you can pretty much guess what we have to do for Dan. But after we ate, we came back in and we just collapsed. We were done for. So it was a good night's sleep. We had a nice creek behind us, so you could hear it flowing at night, and it was a little nippy last night. So it was nice to be inside for a change.
And right up that side.
What?
I said, I think I can go right down to there and right up that side. They're bunk beds.
And another bed upstairs.
Wow. 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 I can do a bottom bunk, Dave. I'm not doing the CPAP tonight. My nose just can't. Yeah, hoping that new mask makes the.
Well, we're gonna use a paper towel for a coffee holder. We made it.